Today I'm going to share with you how to make caramel apple turnovers. These are so good, apple caramel filling, and I'm dipping them in extra caramel and they're so delicious. Let's start baking. I will use Granny Smith apples because they're sour. Chop 2 apples into cubes. Small tiny cubes. To a pan, add 1/4 of a cup of sugar. Give it a quick swirl and wait until the sugar will melt and turn golden in color. Once the sugar is melted, it can burn in seconds, so keep an eye on it. And when you see this golden color, add 1/4 of a cup of butter. That's about 60 grams. And when butter melts completely, add apples right away. Mix the apples and cook them on medium heat. They will release juices. And when the juice will start to thicken, add a pinch of salt. It's optional, but I'm adding 1/4 of a teaspoon of cinnamon and 1/4 of a teaspoon of nutmeg. Mix it up and add 1/2 of a cup of cream. Mix it up and add 1 tablespoon of cornstarch. Mix it up and the filling should start to thicken. It should probably take like 20 or 30 seconds. This caramel apple filling looks so good. It's ready. Set it aside and let it cool off. I will be using 2 sheets of puff pastry. Make sure it's defrosted. Dust some flour on your working area. And use a rolling pin to stretch the puff pastry dough just a little bit. Cut the dough into rectangles. And then I will cut the rectangle into half and a triangle will form. Here I have perfect triangles. To a center, add the filling and try to keep the edges very clean because wet edges are harder to seal together. Now get another piece of the dough and cover it. I will use my fingers first to seal the edges and then use a fork to seal them again. Now we'll need a cut for the steam to come out, and I'm using scissors. How cute! Here's another one. You can dip the fork in some flour to keep those edges very dry. Use a parchment paper or silicone mat to prevent sticking. I will turn the oven to the lowest setting. That will be 170 degrees Fahrenheit. To heat-resistant container, I'm adding water and I'm placing that to the oven. That will create steam. Let the puff pastry rise for 45 minutes. And then don't forget to take that tray out and preheat your oven to 425 degrees Fahrenheit. Take out the apple turnovers. Generously brush some egg wash. Then sprinkle some sugar on top. And then bake at 425 for about 16 to 18 minutes. Just look at this. I have a 10-minute super easy caramel recipe. I will leave a link in the description below. And you can dip them in caramel just like this. It's so yummy. Or you can drizzle some caramel on top or even brush the caramel on top. The caramel will soak into those puff pastry layers and it will taste like baklava. If you know what baklava is, it's so good. And that's it for this recipe. I post new recipes every week, so don't forget to subscribe.